Yo, what is going on, everybody? Um, Today I have another video for y'all, a banger, titled "What's Stopping You?" You know what I'm saying? Cause let's talk about it. I myself have put a roadblock in the way, preventing me from reaching the next high. You know what I'm saying? And being at a glass ceiling that doesn't even exist. And me, most times people don't realize that we are our own glass ceilings. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, how I'm formatting this video is I have 3 points to talk about on this. I don't know if y'all can really see. It don't really look like a much, but I have 3 topics to talk about, which I can expand upon a lot. And then I have 3 different quotes from. How did I get? That's mad odd. Anyways, I have 3 quotes from The Science of Getting Rich. Now, this book right here is. Oh my goodness, this book right here, I'm gonna say it's truth, bro. I can't even lie to you. This book is very, very truthful, and it's very honest and realistic. If you want, if this is something that you want yourself, seeing yourself in a position of being able to do what you want and having the freedom of money. Okay, so for the first point, we're just gonna clear the elephant out the room, y'all. Um, I think the main thing that is stopping, or one of the main, I'll just state it from my perspective. One of the main things that was stopping me from progressing was my phone. You guys gotta realize that you can do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, I'm not trying to motivate you with that. But what I am trying to say is that you have freedom to just F off if you want. You know what I'm saying? At any point in time, if you want to just be distracted, that's something that you can do with no immediate consequence, but instead actually immediate pleasure. But what we need to realize is that the phone is noise, right? This is a made up. This is a already known concept. I'm just bringing it to the situation, but the phone is noise, right? There's noise and then there's signal. These are 2 different things, right? And if I were to put it like this, oh, we're gonna go over a lot of like basically esoteric knowledge because this is just the easiest way for me to explain it. But so you have noise and you have signal, right? And basically what that kind of like represents in a way would be like the high. Sorry, I haven't even done it in a while. The high versus the low. You know what I'm saying? The signal versus the noise. This is your mind versus your penis. You know what I'm saying? It's literally God versus beast. This is basically, if I were to put it in my perspective, is how it is. You know what I'm saying? Distracting yourself and entertaining yourself, pleasuring yourself is all of this. That's no bueno. You got to realize that that is going to break you instead of make you. Trust. I done did some overly like illogical things because of how good it felt. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to just living for experiences and stuff. What I'm trying to say here is noise is a distraction, right? Noise is basically anything distracting you from progressing onto your path, while signal is what your path is. Let's also lift a little veil. This is a channel for dreamers and pursuers, right? If you are not that, you're not gonna gain anything from this video, so you can go ahead and leave. But what I'm trying to say is that when you have an off ratio of signal to noise, you are going to either, if the noise is higher, if the noise is at a higher ratio than your signal, then this is what you're doing. Basically, you're kind of like down spiraling, you know what I'm saying? And then shit can get real out of hand. You know, depression is at an all-time high nowadays just because of everything that's going on. And people are out of their heads, like they're here, you know what I'm saying, and they're depressed, instead of just, if you put the phone down, you know what I'm saying, and really look at yourself, which is almost getting on to my it's getting on to a point later on. But if you just look at yourself and figure out what you do, what you dislike about yourself, and what your weaknesses are, in a way of like, if it's a weakness that you're insecure about, you can change that. Like, you You have the ability, man and women, God created, we are the only creative beings that can create. We are the only created beings that can create. So everything is meant to serve us in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing below us, as far as animals and things of that nature, animals and objects, they are basically, they're created for us. You know what I'm saying? They're created for us to domesticate or to manufacture and to progress in a certain way. Know that you have that ability to create what you desire to create. Because I'm gonna keep it very base level with the words, because I can get a little too like specific, and I'm not looking to disconnect. I'm trying to keep this very I'm trying to keep this whole. I'm trying to keep this general while also being specific. You see, so that's the first point. You know what I'm saying? Phone is noise. I said phone is noise. Music is noise. You have to have a progressing noise to signal ratio, right? So if you got more noise than you got signal, you're gonna be down spiraling. If you got less noise than you have signal, you're gonna be going in an up spiral, and that's what you're looking for in life. You know what I'm saying? Or like, that's what happens if you have a lot. I'm catching cramps. That's what's going to happen if you have a lot more signal compared to noise. But if you have noise, a lot more noise compared to signal, there's people who are already down here. You know what I'm saying? There's people who are already down here, and they're just doing this. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like they're not uh, enjoying their lives. And we're here. We're here for a joyous expansion, y'all. We're here to be happy and to expand with the world and become more integrated with it in a good way. So that's my first point, and that was my first time doing that, so I kind of feel weird. All right. Anyways, my second point is people's opinions, bro. If you are, not to say if you're letting people's opinions stop you, but you have to be aware of what you want versus what another person wants, right? Because there are times when you're with your friends, there are times when you're with your family, and there's a time where you're with your friends, and there's times where you're with your family, to where it's just like these people oppress they oppress an image of me that I don't want to take up on, right? So if you need to distance yourself, to give a little background, I used to play football. I was a leader on the team. I have mad accolades. I'm not even gonna lie from that. Naturally gifted. Shout out to Pops. But it got to a certain point where it was just like, this isn't something that I myself want to do. You know what I'm saying? And not that I didn't want to do it, but it was just like, it got to a point of like, what's the point of doing it if I don't enjoy it and I'm just doing it to please other people? You know what I'm saying? And you got to figure that out in your life. You know what I'm saying? You get not to figure that out, but you have to find that point in your life, because I'm not saying that you have to change what you're currently doing. If you enjoy what you're doing, please keep doing that, because we need people like you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, do not let people like oppress you into becoming a person that you are not, and then calling it who you are, because that is going to lead to more disconnect in the future. And the more bro, it's so easy if you're disconnected to stay disconnected. You know what I'm saying? It takes 2 times the effort sometimes it takes 5 times the effort, but you got it. But sometimes it takes 5 times the effort to reconnect. But if you don't do that, if you don't reconnect, right? Because if you attempt, then it's going to be shitty. If you try, it's going to be shitty. I'm not going to lie. That's just something that a mentor has taught me. So don't try, you know what I'm saying? Literally do it. I think I lost myself a little bit. But what I'm trying to get at is, don't try, because if you're giving an attempt, then you are not really like, you're just trying, you know what I'm saying? But if you're going to do it, then do it. There's in this life, there's yes or no. If you answer a yes or no question with the or, they're going to ask the same question, you know what I'm saying? So don't leave yourself in the middle. Don't leave yourself in a gray area. Don't leave yourself in a gray area. Be positive. Don't be gray. Don't be red. Be green. You see what I'm saying? Be green, because green is good, and good is righteous, and righteous is righteousness is a little bit controversial, but righteousness is a way of life. You know what I'm saying? As long as if you have a holy outlook on it, where's my Bible? Righteousness is something that it's controversial. You know what I mean? And not controversial, but it just doesn't have it has a specific meaning, but it's like logic or common sense. You know what I'm saying? Every person has their own outlook on it, and how you perceive the world is basically what you intake of the world. You know what I'm saying? So make sure to always, big promoter of this. It's dirty, but it still works. Ain't no problems with it. Always make sure to have read the holy text, and intake that type of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because there's times where, just for an example, you know what I'm saying? I'm just so we can connect. You know what I'm saying? Back in high school, everybody knows the free why would I stop? Everybody thought that was good. Everybody thought that was cool. I myself got into a notion of following the trends, and I'm not really like trying to get that, but in a sense of this is what's right to do. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this because it's like it's fun and it feels good. You know what I'm saying? But for a person who doesn't have TikTok, let's just say if there was a man, you know what I'm saying, to be looking at the situation and they were to see it, they would be confused. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would they do this? But what they don't understand is that we see stuff like this all the time. So to us, this is normal. You know what I'm saying? So to do it is not wrong. You know what I mean? Don't take other people's opinions and let that prevent you from being who you want to become, because you can become you can become the person that you want to become without another person. You know what I'm saying? And that is the ideal way, is just you and God. And if you have a partner, then take that route. But it's just really you and God. You know what I'm saying? If you have people who are for you and with you, you know what I'm saying, in your corner for the benefit of humanity, you know what I'm saying, not for the benefit of stature or of material things, not for popularity. Like, those are very disconnecting things, because you see that they're not integrated with yourself. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. My third point is faking your life. Bro, let me tell you, faking your life is going to be one of your biggest, it's something that you have to change now. If you are faking your life, you're going to proceed to fake your life. And what I mean by that is, there's times where I myself got caught into just smoking weed, back to back to back, back to back. And I was just door dashing. I was 200, not 200, that's crazy, but I probably say this, the most I ever spent was $50, $50 on DoorDash. And it wasn't always $50, but I had a lot of money, and I was just using it for the good, you know what I'm, for not the good. That's where I had a veil over my damn eyes. But I was faking my life, you know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is I was faking my happiness as far as doing the drugs, you know what I'm saying, smoking the weed, or eating or drinking, eating the shrooms, or eating or drinking, you know what I'm saying, and then telling myself I'm happy, and especially if I were to do something else to pleasure myself, you know what I'm saying. And what I didn't realize is it felt so good, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro, buy one get one free. I don't even want to talk about it, because I'm really I don't even have the apps on my phone, but I want that shit to be gone, you know what I'm saying. And not because there's not people who need it, because it does help price wise sometimes, but for myself, I have to kill that, you know what I'm saying. That part of me is gone, and I pray that it's gone indefinitely, because that shit is just it's gluttonous. We have to be able to pull back and see things for what they are, you know what I'm saying. See pride for what it is, see lust for what it is, see gluttony for what it is, see envy for what it is, see sloth for what it is. Hold on, why am I just going off the top? Hold on. See sloth for what it is. I think it's jealousy. Oh, I don't know if jealousy is one, but that and wrath, you know what I'm saying? Those are the 7 deadly sins, and those will ultimately lead to your downfall, you know what I'm saying? being lustful, going out, oh, look at me, I'm fucking bitches, you know what I'm saying? That is going to give you a lot of weird blood in between people, you know what I'm saying? Being gluttony, oh, like there's nothing wrong with being fat, there's nothing wrong with being overweight. Like that is a gluttonous outview, you know what I'm saying? There's no reason why you should be eating more than you're moving, especially in a world where you really don't have to move. And there's no reason why you should really be eating to pleasure your body, because if you do that, you're disconnecting from your spirit. That is the truth. That is the truth. I'm not going to lie. That is the truth. It may feel good within the now, but then literally, like, once it's done, if you're not like going to sleep, bro, you're like kind of cooked. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're kind of cooked, especially if you got more bread or if you got more snacks. Like, you're cooked. I can't lie. So, yeah, bro, don't be faking your life. Unhealthy food is very chemically wired. Or I'm not gonna get too much into this, but like the food that is manufactured to be sold, fast food, is manufactured to be it's chemically manufactured to hit certain spots of the brain that tell the brain that what you're doing is good. So it's not even you, really. It's like on a chemical level that you can't see, that's formed as a fake ass burger. Bro, if you guys have ever worked at a fast food restaurant, you would know how many damn ingredients there are on those packages. And it's just like, I was working at Whataburger, and we had to use butter for the buns, right? The butter had anti-foaming agent on top of 49 other ingredients. Butter is like 2 ingredients. It's butter and salt, gang. Cream and salt. Like, you gotta know. You have to be able to. What we're trying to do here, guys, is as a humanity, is lift the veil, because the good prevails. In the end, the good prevails. If you're on a side that is fighting for evil and immediate pleasure, you're gonna lose, bro. I'm telling you, you're gonna lose in the end. So don't do it. Do not. Take my word for it. Please do not do it. Whether if you're older or younger than me, this is just universal knowledge. I'm not gonna lie. All right, now. Oh, also, last part about the faking your life is the video game. You know what I'm saying? I got my PlayStation right here. I'm no different from nobody. You know what I'm saying? I haven't touched it in about 3 days. But it's just another one of them things, bro. It's just like, you can be here I myself can stay here. Well, not I used to be able to play the game for 14 hours straight. I used to be able, especially when I have like my little like things that make it feel good. I can play the game for like 2 days, bro. 2 days straight, and not like really give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally just be switching in between games, but that doesn't make me feel happy on a internal level. It makes me feel happy on an external level. You know what I'm saying? Because, for example, I'm watching these. I play For Honor, and it's like I'm watching these dudes swing the swords like real samurai and stuff. But I myself cannot fight. Like I mean, I can't. Not to say I cannot, but I'm not like. I don't have the combat consciousness like that. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm doing it, but I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? But I got to a point where it kind of did influence me, because it's real life. Having to protect yourself is something that you'll have to do, no matter how long you live. Or if you don't, then it's your fault. And you don't always have to. So, yeah, but there's a disconnect. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here like swinging the sword around in the game, you know, just getting you can't touch me. You can't touch me, bro. I'm killing you every time. You know what I'm saying? You can't even stab me once. But if I get stabbed in real life, gang, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'll feel that. I'm gonna feel that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna feel that. It's not gonna be like, oh, I just died, I'm gonna get back. Nah. You know what I'm saying? So be weary of quick dopamine hitters. I'm not trying to ruin the fun for anything, because I myself will proceed to play video games. I'm not gonna lie. That's off topic. I myself will proceed to play video games, and I myself will I'm not saying I'm perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'll never touch a substance again. I've been on breaks. I've been on a break, and I'm very, very, very grateful that I'm on a break. But to an extent, there are things that help me connect with myself, because there's emotions, and there's not really emotions, but there's just, if I were to explain it like this, imagine you had a very long day at work, right? You had a very, very long day at work, and you see yourself as a creative person, right? After going through so much in work, you are going to be thinking about work stuff, right? So for example, I would use marijuana at a certain point to clean that, like after I come back from work, because I was working 2 jobs. I was working mad hours a day, but right, I had to cut. It got to a point where after I would get back home, I would sometimes just clean my slate. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, it doesn't even, what happened doesn't matter. It allowed me to focus on the effect. It allowed me to focus on now. And I think that is because of the effects, obviously. But nah, it's not even important at all. And I'm for a no substance lifestyle. If I could go cold turkey right now, all my life I would. But I just think that it's not forever in my life, but it's something that I use to connect with at times. So hopefully you guys can take the good of that message, and that was understandable. And for the last one, we got 3 quotes for y'all boys, just to end you guys off with some happy, with some good direction. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I like this book is because it's very, very understandable. Look at this, guys, the science behind getting rich. Comparison is the thief of joy, so I'm not finna grab it. But like, bro, the science behind getting rich, y'all. Look at this. Look at this, guys. This is less than 100 pages, guys. If you can't read 100 pages, then you're not even 10 years old, bro. Like this is 58 pages, and look how big the letters are. So, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead, get you a copy of this book. I'm putting you on free game. I'm not even gonna lie. If you're on my channel, if you're on this channel, you're gonna get free game, because bro, I'm here to help you, and I'm here to help. Remember. So, yeah. First quote comes for page 21, and I've read this book multiple times now, but for this, I kind of just was able to pick out, because this book is thoroughly marked up. Anyways, for the first quote is, "You must get rid of the thought of competition. You are to create, not to compete for what is already created." And basically what that means is, don't have a scarcity mindset. When it comes to being you, when it comes to the things that stop you, you know what I'm saying? Don't let it be because of the complexity of the mind, basically. You know what I'm saying? Don't think you can't be the person that you want to be because somebody is already that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you genuinely go for what you're going for, you are going to go higher than what you originally expected. And that's just the way it should work, because everything that you've done up to that point sets you up to be that person, and now you already have the resume basically of knowing this. You know what I'm saying? So you just get ready for the next step. Don't be scared to create because something is already created, is basically what I'm trying to get at. You can copy that person and put your own spin on it, and then it's yours. Like, that's how life works, especially for some of the biggest influences in the world. So yeah, we'll probably get more into that in later videos. My next one, page 29. I got clarity. All right, I don't want to read too much of this, but I'm going to read a little bit of just a picture of what I'm looking for. "You must form a clear and definite mental picture of what you want. You cannot transmit an idea unless you have it yourself." So what that means, right? Let's say that you want to become let's say you want to be an influencer, right? Let's just say that you want to influence a certain type of lifestyle. It's mandatory on your journey to be able to know what that version of you is like. You know what I'm saying? With your eyes closed and fully, you know what I'm saying? Let's say you want to run up to 1 million followers. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a clear, definite picture of what that version of 1 million followers would like, a clear, definite picture of how you get to 1 million followers, right? Because you start up a YouTube channel, right, and you're aiming for 1 million followers, you're taking a huge step, and that huge step is going to break you down over time, because it's going to take a lot longer than you thought it were to. You know what I'm saying? You can't get to a million with a vague version of, oh, I'm just going to post like a type of YouTube video. That's not going to get you. That's really not going to get you nowhere. It's going to get you through your first couple of videos. It's going to get you through as long as the script holds. You know what I'm saying? And if the thing is 1 million, you might have to switch the script up a couple more times, but you can only do that if you really give yourself time to be in solitude. You know what I'm saying? Be in solitude and focus on the picture. And meditation is a very, very powerful practice of mindfulness. And mindfulness really allows you to know what you want in this world. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Don't allow yourself to be stopped because you don't know what you really want. You know what I'm saying? That is stupid. That is very stupid. You know what I'm saying? But it happens. All right. And lastly, we got page 46. You will get rich most easily in my hand's cramping. You will get rich most easily in a point of effort if you do for which you are best fitted. You will get rich most easily in a point of effort if you do which is you. You will get rich most easily in a point of effort if you do that for which you are best fitted. But you will get rich most satisfactorily if you do what you want to do. So what that basically means is, well, what that means to me is like, there are people in this world who are very, very rich. You know what I'm saying? But they're so twisted because it's just the way they got it. You know what I'm saying? They get the money, but they were never, it's always like disconnected to their soul. Or maybe I shouldn't even be talking about those people because I honestly don't know their agendas. I do know their agendas is to destroy and segregate. But if you want to live a fulfilling life, you must do what makes you fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? And good habits, you know what I'm saying? Fulfill yourself. I feel like holy is a little bit of a strong term. Fulfill yourself in a loving, beneficial way is what I will say about that. Because a lot of disconnect, and it comes from the screens, bro. It comes from the screens. People don't know what they want. So people just start following, and then you got a line full of sheep. The reason why these majority of these people of the higher ups keep going is because of the working class. You know what I'm saying? If there were no, Elon Musk knows a lot less about science and rocket science than a rocket scientist. You know what I'm saying? For the simple fact that I can say that because he has a team of scientists that work for him. You know what I mean? And he understands the base level of it, but he has people who understand it. He just has the money. You know what I'm saying? He just has the money to keep shit going. And excuse my language, because this is I'm not trying to be, I don't want to use that type of word. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be using curse words because that within itself is not beneficial. But as you see, figuring it out as we go. So thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you if you gave the time to sit down and allow me the speech and time to implement my worldview onto your brain. And I love you for watching. My eyes, bro, I got like 2 more days, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all soon why my eye keeps switching. But yeah, I very much appreciate you, and much love. And DSU, man. DSU.